Here you can see what we're going to create today. Now, like I mentioned, this is a details page. Hey guys, my name is Ali and I'm a data analytics manager working in Oslo, Norway. This is the third video in my series on dashboard design for data analysts. In this video, we're going to focus on how you can create a detail page where you can focus on something that you want to put a specific emphasis on in your dashboards. Here you can see what we're going to create today. Now, like I mentioned, this is a details page. So you can see on this page, we still have some visual elements, but you can also see that we have a table that gives a lot of details. Now we're going to do what we have done in the previous videos. I'm going to make a copy, or I'm going to show you guys actually how you can do this from the get-go, because we're actually going to reuse some of the parts from the main dashboard and we're just going to reorganize and realign some of the things. So let's start by making a copy of the main dashboard. Now I will just name this, let's call it part 3. Products details page. I'll just call it version 2, which we will build as we go now. So here you can see we have an exact copy of the main dashboard, and I'm going to start removing some things, and I'm just going to use this as a reference. You can see that I have kept the comparison chart for the quarter, so I have kept the line chart, I have kept the pie chart, and also the bar chart. And then we're going to add some more elements to focus in on the products, because that is what I want this details page to focus on. So let's start by doing that. So the first thing we can do is really just remove the map, and I already remember that I'm going to drag this one down a little bit so I can give it some space. And really what differentiates a dashboard and a details page is, like I said, you want to be able to emphasize on something, and some information can really only be shown in a table. And here we have a pivot table where you can see that you have the product category and the subcategory over each other, and that creates a hierarchy. And it's a lot of information. It really only fits in a table, and that is why it is nice to have these detail pages. So you can have one main dashboard that gives you the overview, and you can have detailed pages that focuses on certain things. So let's go back, let's keep going. So we have the bar chart down there. I'm going to put the pie chart up here. And really it's the same process as I've shown you guys before. You align it, put one up, and then we just start to move things around so that it fits in. And once again, you have to think about how much space does the different elements need. That is what kind of dictates where you put the different things. So let's do the line chart. I'll do that one over there. And for this one, since it's a little bit hard, I don't really have anything to use here to line it up. I'm actually just gonna do this. I'm gonna use this one. I'll take that one to the right, and then I know how much it would have been for this one. So that's perfect. We can put it there. I think that should be good. And then we will put this over here. And I use the same principles as before. I think about, I read from the left. I try to put the visual stuff, the KPIs, the visual stuff on top, and then if I have a lot of details or more of the meat of the information, I try and put that towards the lower part of the dashboard. Now I'm gonna flip this because right now I have scrolling and I don't want that. So let's switch that way. So now you can see I have some nice space for the last part, which is the table, the pivot table. So let's add that. And you should notice that as what really takes time is just to start it up, the navigation and the main dashboard. After that, a lot of the process is just to know what to reuse, and how to do that as efficiently as possible, because you can see how fast it goes now. I'm just aligning some things, and then I'm just adding a table, really just to give a lot of details on something that the end user might want to focus on specifically. So let's drag that out there. See, I keep the nice lines. Everything looks good, and then I'm gonna look in my products dimension, and we will find product category. We will find product subcategory. Ooh, there we are. Then I'll search for sales. We'll drag it to values, so we have that. I'm gonna search for month. I always search for things. I think that's so much easier. Then we'll go month. And you can see it doesn't look exactly right because I haven't expanded the columns yet. So what we're gonna do, if I click this one, it will expand it out, but I still want, you can see it's a little bit hard to open and close them. So you can actually go to row headers and you can turn on these plus minus icons. So now you can click, it's easier to open it and close it. It's at least easier for the end user if he doesn't know this menu up here. So we're gonna keep it open. Now you have some more details. I can see that the formatting is a little bit off, so I'm just gonna click this one, Format Painter, and I'll paint it. Now you can see I have the background. I click this one, and once again, this goes a lot faster now that we have the details page, and all the dynamics is the same. If I go to the main dashboard, I can select a subcategory. Let's go caps. Notice I keep that selection. If I go to the products details page, I have kept that, and I can see how caps has been selling throughout the months, if I want it in the tabular shape, or if I want some of the other elements. So I still keep the same dynamic. I reuse a lot of the navigation, and I have created a detail page quite fast in Power BI. So that's how you can create a detail page in your dashboard. Now, like I said before, the main dashboard gives an overview. The details page usually focuses in on something that you need to hone in on for the end users, so that they can drill into the details of that dimension or whatever the category that is, and give them some more value and context which they might not find on the main dashboard. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow this series or you want to see more videos on data and analytics, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.